Hey guys, just wanted to make a video today about yes and no. A lot of times we say yes or no to different things in our lives. This is how we make decisions about what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. And oftentimes one of the dilemmas that we run into in life is that we're either saying no to too many things and we're really shutting ourselves off to a lot of life and a lot of experiences that we could have, things that would change our perspective and just add some variety to our lives. They always say, variety is the spice of life. And so with that also comes saying no. When you say yes to one thing, and in a sense, you're also saying no to another thing. And this also leads to what people call FOMO, or fear of missing out. And it's okay for us to make sacrifices, especially if we're doing it consciously, if we're keeping these things in mind and saying, that we're willing to make that trade-off, that we have priorities. There's things that we want to need more in our lives than others. And so knowing when to say yes to something and when to say no to something is very important. And so one way that this becomes easier is to really find out what's important for you. What are things that you prioritize? And you can even look at it on a scale of this or that, or kind of ranking things one above the other. So if you had two options on a page of things you could do, which one would be your number one and which one would be your number two? And your number one is the thing that you say yes to first. Doesn't mean you have to say no to number two altogether, but it means prioritizing number one before you go after number two, if it's going to take up the same time or resources or energy. So understanding that, also if you're in a lower place, right? If you're in a place where you feel like you're kind of in a neutral zone, like you're not really moving anywhere, you kind of need some momentum, something to get you going, begin saying yes to more things. Because when you start saying yes to more things, you're going to become active. And what saying yes does, becoming more of a yes person, makes you realize a lot of the things that you also want to cut back on. Things that are not adding as much value to your life, right? So if something is in your life right now, but it's not currently adding value to you, it's going to be easy to identify the things that you want and don't want when you're saying yes to more things, because you're experiencing more things, so you're getting more acquainted with the things that you enjoy, and you're also getting acquainted with the things that you don't like so much. And this can help you become more decisive about the things you want and don't want in your life, about the things that are important to you and unimportant to you in life. So it's important for us to explore and get out there and see what's available to us, have more experiences. It's okay to say yes to a lot of things, but it's most important to do that when you're sitting in a neutral space, when you're not really moving forward or not really, moving backward much either, but just looking for some sort of momentum, some sort of direction. Explore more and you'll find out what you want. But then there comes the question of, when do I say no? And I think that once you explore more, once you understand what you're saying yes to, it becomes much easier to understand what to say no to. But if you're in that space, if you've been saying yes to a lot of things and your life seems overwhelming and cluttered, that's when it becomes very important to prioritize. This is when you are writing things down and seeing, if I put these things in a list, where do I rank them? and importance in my life? And what's bothering you most right now? That's another thing to be aware of. Is there something that is really getting at you? Something that's weighing you down and you feel this pressure in your chest almost on a daily basis. It's like living with chronic pain, but it's more psychological and emotional, something that's just bothering you because either it's something that you need to do but you're not doing, or something that you need to stop doing that you continue doing. These are the things that are really important for us to look at, and the things that we should be prioritizing and seeing if we should be saying yes or no to these things, and prioritizing that action or lack thereof. But in any case, know what to say yes to, know what to say no to, and have a great day.